Damn, Kai, you going crazy.
Say you tired of me, dog, you out by leash to keep the comfort. I told you loving me come with a price, I kept it honest. I saw your boyfriend at Onyx, He did his thing by making it rain, but I made it rain in 20s. You in a better mood when you naked.
What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of At the Crib podcast. It's Dino here. Week 1 was a success. Some good games. And I'm ready to talk all about it. So let's get started. Alright. Log in real quick on Instant Sports League page. See what everybody is talking about. Alright, let's see. Where do I start? Yeah, they were posting a lot this week. Alright, first I'm going to talk about week 2 schedule. It's going to be games today, August 16th, 2026 at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, Fame versus FDO. Fame is 1-0. FDO is 0-1. 3 o'clock, you got Death Row versus Land of the Free. That's going to be a good game. 4 o'clock, you got EBK versus Sniper. To be honest, that's the game of the week. I feel like that should be the game of the week. And 5 o'clock, we got EBK versus Hidden Gems. So those are today's week schedule for week 2 for August 16th. Alrighty. Going to my... let's talk about last week's games. Okay, last week, if I can find the schedule of last week. Then y'all post too much on this league. Okay, last week we had Fame versus Hidden Gems. Obviously, my sports prediction was Fame was going to beat Hidden Gems, and I was right. Fame beat Hidden Gems. Talking about belt to ass. Hidden Gems scored no points. I believe they beat them like 25-0. Yeah, they whooped their ass. Come on, Hidden Gems. Don't be like one of the worst teams that go down in history. So far, Team 5 in Justin Lee was the worst team in flag history. They won 0 games. 0. Don't be that team. And the other teams similar to that, Typhoon, Bomb Squad, Money Express,
Somebody got hurt.
y'all doo-doo. FDO, don't be that team. Hidden Gems, don't be that team. Oh, man. Anyways, yeah. On to the next game. Snipers versus FDO. That was a good game, but we had a backs and forth. But Sniper finished it, and I believe it was like 30-something to maybe 14-12. FDO, I don't know what happened, but wherever y'all have got going on at the quarterback position, you need to find some leadership of the team. You need to find somebody who can lead the team into winning the game. Because I've seen a lot of quarterback change and it wasn't helping, driving down the field. And you figure out who y'all QB1 is, and if he's a leader, he needs to help y'all team lead. Because snipers dropped the dime on y'all. And right now they got a lot of players that's on the top MVP candidate list because y'all was allowing that happening going on. So shout out to Snipers on winning that game. I knew they was gonna win that game. I said they was gonna have fun. I knew they was gonna have fun. Oh man. Yeah, and so far Sniper in that game, I believe Trail had 7 sacks. And so far that got him on the leading MVP candidate list. 7 sacks in one game. Man, imagine that. I don't know if that's a record or not, but I ain't seen nobody record 7 sacks in the game. So, and then you got Rodney. He got him an interception. Defense was on point. We all know when it comes to football, really any sports, defense will win you championships. And Sniper had some players winning on defense. Rodney got him a pick. Jalen got him a pick, the team captain. AJ got him a pick. Xavier, the quarterback, be great. I'm telling y'all, these boys will teach y'all how to be great. All you gotta do is watch them play. Be great had 5 touchdowns. 5. In one game, 5. I know some people looking at me like, wow, JJ had 5. Dalton had 5. But week 1, they came out hot. The man had 5 touchdowns. Good job, Snipers. What was the other game? I believe it was EBK versus Death Row. Now, that's a rivalry. Everybody know EBK versus Death Row always been a rivalry. But Death Row was looking a little hurt that game. They lost. And they was recruiting on the sideline. They didn't have their players, their full roster, which they probably did. I don't know who's all on the roster. But there were some players that we didn't see that we saw last season. They didn't see. Kobe wasn't there. Keenan wasn't there. DJ Lau wasn't there. And Death Row was looking like, the first season when we played, they still won a championship. But they didn't have Keenan. They didn't have Kobe. And they still won a championship. But in this rivalry, EBK was showing that they was the better team. And they beat Death Row, the defending champions. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of players on EBK team was just having fun on the defending champion team, Death Row. So that's what surprised me, Man. And then the last game, Lamb the Free versus EBK. EBK was the first team to win a doubleheader. So congrats to y'all on winning the doubleheader. But what I've seen a lot of what EBK was doing, and Death Row was acknowledging that too, is y'all was doing too much whining about the league being boring, the league being trash, refs are horrible. Look, we don't need all the down talk on these players in this league. We get it. Y'all traveling, good for y'all. Winning a championship when you travel. That's just how I feel. It's my little comeback. Anderson Sport League has done a lot for y'all. Y'all won 2 championships in our league. You know, you ain't won 3, 4. You only won 2. And that wasn't even that was in Justin League, Phenom football. When you won the Anderson, then you can talk. Anyways, back to sports. Land of Free versus EBK. That was a good game. It was a back and forth. Of course, Rookie of the Year Rap had a good performance. Got him a spot on the MVP candidate list. They added some new players on there. I seen them perform. They was doing pretty good, but we expect more out of them. You know, Lico's doing whatever he can to be the leader. One thing I saw from Land of Free is QB problems. You gotta find who your QB1 is. You know, the switching out thing is cool, but not everybody can play QB. You know, and you always come and find out who your quarterback's gonna be. You know, and stick with that, because you changing it up during the game, it's gonna cost you. And EBK gonna take advantage of that every time. So, some people say EBK was cheating, but they was going off with the ref. So make sure y'all pay attention to the ref when we play, so that won't happen again. Anyways, on to this week. Moving on. So, we're going to do sports predictions. See if I can find it. I just got off work, so I'm tired. I'm just all over the place, not organized. Excuse me. But, here we go. Sports prediction. Final scores are on the YouTube channel description. If you want to know what the final score was. Let's see. Okay, the first game, FDO versus Fame. My prediction on this game. FDO. Y'all some competitors, but I don't know if y'all gonna have all y'all players on y'all team. Y'all lost D-Lo. D-Lo went to Land of Free. He switched. Signed the NIL deal for the Land of Free. But I don't know. That's gonna be a good one. But I'm gonna have to go with Fame on this one. Fame got so he's a good leader and quarterback, leading his team. Players on their team, make sure y'all catch the ball. Don't be dropping. Y'all could have put up more points. Could have been a 40-ball game. I got Fame for my first pick. The next game, Death Row versus Land Under Free. It's gonna be a good game. Last season, Land of the Free beat Death Row. I was on that team.
Cut your goddamn
Probably
head
that
off.
victory. This season, I'm not on that team. But can they beat Death Row? No. I don't think Land of Free can beat Death Row. I believe Death Row can beat Land of Free this time. If Death Row have DJ Loud come back and show up and play against Land of the Free, the team that he hated now since he hated Land of Free and EBK, I feel like this is a good time to show up and get your revenge back in Land of Free. But my prediction for this game, Death Row, I got them winning, beating Land of Free. So, the next game, 4 o'clock game, EBK versus Sniper. This is the game of the week. This is gonna be a hard pick for me. I don't know who to pick between these two. EBK, obviously undefeated, number 1 seed right now. Sniper, they number 2 seed. They undefeated too right now. They ain't lost either. But there was some errors, especially on both sides. So the weakness I saw on both teams. On EBK, defense. Y'all was not doing well on defense. Y'all was secondary was just getting eat with the deep balls. Land of free and death row was showing that. Y'all pulling flags, y'all was lacking on that. But y'all won both games. But defensive wise, your secondary, they was taking advantage of that on EBK. That's what I saw. On snipers. Be great. He did a good job at quarterback, but he cannot afford to make mistakes. EBK will take advantage of those mistakes. Those 3 and outs, can't have that. With all that talent on your team, AJ, Lodi, you got some weapons. Jalen, both Jalen's. You got dude from Wolfpack. Forgot his name, Logan. I'm gonna call him Logan. Wolfpack. Yeah, you got some weapons on offense. You just got to get there. Can't afford no mistakes on offense. Snipers. And you got your brother, too. That would be great. You got to use them, man. Got to connect to them. You got more weapons on there. Defense-wise, excellent. To be real, that's what won y'all the game, y'all defense. Offense, y'all was driving 5 touchdowns, amazing. But QB, you got to lead. You can't afford no mistakes. If you afford mistakes, EBK will take advantage of it. But my prediction for this game, I believe Sniper is going to hand EBK their first L. EBK, you got to have a chemistry. Quez is literally preaching. But you got to have a chemistry, man. BP, I don't know what I don't know what BP was doing out there, but he was doing excellent in coverage, but flag pulling was horrible. Death Row was eating that up. Bill was eating that, when I was watching the highlights. So, but I feel like Sniper's going to take advantage. They have some players that are smart, but it's all on the offense. EBK versus Hikien Gems. On to the next game. EBK, if you didn't lose the other game, well, have some fun on this game. Because y'all definitely going to beat the dog shit out of Hikien Gems. Hikien Gems, y'all will probably be another team that I feel like that's going to win no games. Because every other team is on high good level. They put up a fight, they ready to compete. Y'all just like, we need to leave, we're just going to have fun. Which, you can have fun, but ain't no fun in losing. EBK, y'all have some fun, right? Alright, that's all my sports predictions for this week. MVP candidate leaders. I try to get what people opinions and or who they consider that should be on the list. So far, Trey is on the list. Rap is on the list. I'm doing only 3. So Rap, Trey, and somebody on EBK. Who did good? I watched film. I know I watched film on EBK. Oh, Buddy had 3 touchdowns though. Big tall dude. I don't know his name, but man had 3 touchdowns. But I give it to Quez, either Quez or Kez or Rento. That should be on the list. Right now, I'm just put EBK because I don't really know some of them players, but there was a lot of players on that team that did good. But EBK, you got the 3rd spot on the candidate list, but Trey got number 1. Rap is number 2, and EBK 3rd on the MVP candidate list. So that's all I got for today. Make sure y'all have fun. Players out there, please, be on your best behavior. Chill with all the pushing and the shoving, We don't need that. The conflict, We all know each other. We all, you know what I'm saying? Just have fun. Compete. And also, make sure y'all clean up after yourselves when y'all leave. Because, unless you want to find another league field to play in, right now, this field's been awesome to play on. And leaving trash and items, belongings and stuff out there, y'all gotta stop that. I'm pretty sure the owner of the field would not appreciate that. So make sure you clean up after yourselves. Know your house ain't like that. So clean up after yourselves. So that's all I gotta say. I'm about to wrap this up. And I will see you out there on the field.
But I'm still holding on. Take my pain, turn it into something good.
AT, run it back.
Before I drop a diss, I get a case drop. You the type to fly, go moving with your mama. I'm the type to pull up foreign, let my bass knock. You the type to put them hoes before your partner. I'm always reaching in my pockets cause I'm low on love. And sometimes I get